In this video we're going to make an epic kick in Syntakt. It's actually two kicks, one slightly offset to give this nice bass drumming sound. I think it will make a nice start to any track you want to create, or you could take it all the way from the track. But hopefully you enjoy, and please subscribe for more videos.
Let's start off by setting the BPM to 145, just my favourite BPM, and let's put some trigs down on track 1. I should say, just from the fact that's a standard setting there, but we're going to completely change that on track 1 because you want this really booming, powerful, kick. You start off by tuning it slightly. You can adjust the wave as well. And I tend to make that just slightly, detuned, and then we're going to just increase the, delay, whack some overdrive on it, because without overdrive you're not going to have a kick that sound. Modulation increase, and then the key part to this. When I say about the key part to this, the LFO is a great, piece of software on there, and it's all about the synthesizer tune. It's not something that you need to learn inside out, because what you're trying to do is change the kick from going from high to low, increase the BPM and the speed, change that to exponential, so in other words the kick drops down. The mode needs to be 1, so it just doesn't keep repeating itself or being triggered all the time. And now you can hear the kicks beginning to take form. That's kick number 1. Reverb, you can put reverb on in the initial settings, but then you can go into the reverb and you can apply more reverb, and that's when you get that big wide cathedral kick. And then now going to track number 9, or track number 2, or your second kick I should say, and start to apply some settings there. Now just look at the trigs, make a note of the trigs I'm putting down there, because I put an extra 2 trigs on there. So you've got this slightly offset. I think a kick's fantastic when it's fall to the floor, but when you're doing something like this you need to have some variations in your kick to make it interesting, particularly if you're starting a track. Again, on track number 9, adjust the tune, change that to a saw wave, and then widen the kick, and you can just hear the track developing and changing all the time. Now if you listen to this setup here, it does actually change the back end of the kick, so it's very important that you adjust that. Whack the overdrive on as much as you want, and now the kick's beginning to take some shape now. Same here. Let's just go on to the synth tune. This is where you actually control the kick itself and not the software. You're actually designing the kick here, and you can do it on 1, 2 or 3 or 4 kicks, and just do some very slow settings. Change that to 1 so it doesn't keep changing all the time. Adjust the speed, and you can now hear the tracks beginning to take some shape now. Let's put some more reverb on. As I say, you can go into the other reverb setting, and you can actually add more reverb, and then you get a wider cathedral sound there. And you can just hear me adjusting the tune. The more I adjust the tune, the wider it gets, the louder it gets, and the harder it gets. And I think in fairness we're almost there. Now what I suggest you do is you make your own changes from this point. How big do you want the kick? How loud do you want the kick to come? And then on track number 1 I do some micro changes. So I have the kick slightly out of sync, and then you get although it's 1 kick, you get the impression of 2 kicks going together. And that's a trick I learned, because if not, both kicks are just on top of each other. Change the filters, so you take some high end out, adjust the envelope again, and the kick is beginning to take some shape. Take the attack off. If you had attack on, it's just a wider kick. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this video on how to make a larger, booming, louder kick, and please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.